E3 is 3 weeks away. E3 is 3 weeks away. And I am stoked out of my mind for it. Welcome everyone to our IndigoCharge prediction, hopes, fears, discussion video about E3. Hope you're all having a wonder-filled day. I know I am, because E3. Just because E3. E3 gets me excited unlike anything else ever has. It gets me more excited than I was for Christmas as a kid. And I've never really had anyone to share E3 with until this year. I've never been more excited for an E3 than this one. I've never had more just hype leading into what companies are going to bring for us and to be shared with all of you. So without further ado, here is our bingo card for E3, for the live stream reaction that we're doing on Twitch during Nintendo's presentation. For this card, I came up with it by looking at some rumors online, thinking about what I think Nintendo would do, thinking about the history of Nintendo, but I haven't delved into those rumors, tried to validate whether they're true or not. I just kind of took them at face value. I still want to be surprised. You're not going to agree with everything on here. I don't even know if I agree with everything on here, but I'm excited about it, or it's something that gets me worried or concerned. That's kind of what got on this. Either I'm excited about it, I'm hyped for it, or I'm worried or concerned about it. Besides being able to share E3 with all of you guys this year, I'm also just so excited because of Nintendo. Nintendo arguably has won E3 the last 2 years, and they clearly have a new vision. They've got a new path that they are going on, and this vision involves younger people. It involves catering towards a core gamer audience. They even have a section on the eShop that's dedicated just to core gamers. They recognize that they need to not just try to reach the casual market. Based on some of the rumors, based on some more recent decisions with Nintendo, I don't think they fully internalized this yet, and that's what makes me really, really nervous. I think they're still a little too concerned with the old way that they do things. They don't want to necessarily just scrap all of it. They don't want to do like a Breath of the Wild for their entire company. They want to kind of halfway do it. And I want them to just start from the ground up, think about your roots, and make an awesome game, make an awesome system. So that's where it comes to the first one here. No Animal Crossing on Switch. The reason that this is here is because I just don't think Nintendo realizes that the 3DS version of the game and Pocket Camp aren't cutting it. I just don't think they feel the need to make a new Animal Crossing game this time. It's never been a huge, ridiculously popular game, and they want to focus on one popular game each E3. First, 2016 we got Breath of the Wild, 17 we got Odyssey, this year we're getting Smash. I think they're going to let more third parties, because they got a lot of control or feedback from before where they need third-party games on Switch or on whatever their platform is, and I think they're just going to bypass this one. They're going to say, we can do it another year, it'll be okay. Our casual players are not, we don't want to cater towards just the casual players, and I think this is a mistake, because honestly, if you have a Switch, you're a core gamer. If you have a Switch, if you're watching this video, if you're watching E3, you're a core gamer. And that's why I think Nintendo's not going to bring Animal Crossing at least to E3, because they don't feel that it's a core gamer that's playing Animal Crossing. You don't have to play a hardcore game to be a core gamer. Next up, we got Bayonetta 3. I think that Platinum Games is very excited to get this one out. They keep teasing that they're going to flip the action genre on its head. They're going to release this crazy new game. I don't think they want to wait any longer. I think they want to have it set for the biggest stage possible, and I think they wanted to get it now. I think we're going to get a release date. I think we're going to get gameplay, and I think we might even get some extra story elements as well thrown in there. Next up, we got Mario Odyssey DLC. I think it's coming. I don't think you can kind of ignore this one. Nintendo's clearly bought into DLC. They found a formula that works. I love what they did with Breath of the Wild. I love what they're doing with the Octo expansion on Splatoon, of kind of, you have a full game. You have a very, very complete game without the DLC. the DLC provides some awesome additional content if you want to keep playing, and it gets people back into the game. It gets people back playing again. And I think that DLC, I'm not sure what it'll include. I imagine it's going to include some extra kingdoms. Maybe we'll go to Isle Delfino from Sunshine. Maybe we'll get extra characters like some people are saying. I kind of don't have a ton of opinion on that. I just think we're going to get DLC. I think we're going to release date. I think it's coming out this year. And I think we're going to get kind of basic details like Breath of the Wild, where just a name with a picture kind of thing. Yoshi. They said Yoshi was 2018 last year, and we haven't heard jack diddly butt kiss about it. I want a title, I want gameplay, I want a release date, and I want the overall, like, what's the quirky mechanic that you're bringing this time? For Kirby, it was you could play with 4 people, everybody could trade powers and everything. Yoshi's Cardboard, you can kind of flip through the worlds. Is that it? Or what does that do more? I want core good details on Yoshi. Next, we got a return of an old favorite in Smash. There's a lot of Smash things on this bingo card, if you can't tell. Nintendo has said Smash is the big game they are bringing to E3 this year. I think they're bringing a returning favorite back, and I think it's going to be Ice Climbers. I don't think there's really any other that it would be otherwise, but I think Ice Climbers are coming back. I'm not sure who's going to go out for them. Next, we're going to see Reggie. If we don't see Reggie, I'm just going to be disappointed. I'm just going to be sad. Reggie is going to be amazing. He's going to be his little eccentric, kind of generic, heartfelt speech with a very awkward segment where maybe he brings in some other people and he tries to have a normal conversation with him, but he's Reggie, so he just can't quite do it, and we love him for it. And next, we're going to get a third-party character in Smash. I really feel that Nintendo wants third parties on Switch. They want third parties. They want third parties on their platform. I mean, we're getting Crash for sure. We're getting Dark Souls. We've already got Doom, Skyrim. You can keep going. They want third parties. There's no other way to show that you've accepted something than to put it in Smash for Nintendo. Like, when it gets in Smash, you're behind this franchise, this character, and my vote for this one is Crash. I think we're getting an amiibo, and I think we're getting Crash in Smash, and those are kind of going to be one and the same. We're going to get a Crash amiibo for Smash, and it's going to have some function in the Crash game. Next, even though Nintendo has said outright that this is a 2018 presentation only on Switch games, we're going to get a 2019 game. It's Nintendo. They won't be able to resist. We're going to get something that's coming out in 2019, even though they've said it's 2018 only. And on that same vein, we're probably going to get something on the 3DS too. Something small, something really like a mention or something, like maybe like Sushi Striker. It's coming out on both, but we're still going to get something on the 3DS, for better or worse. I want this next one, and I hope they bring it, and that's to continue Splatoon 2 support for at least another year into 2019. Unlike the first game, I want Splatfest to keep going. I want them to keep updating and balancing weapons, even new weapons or stages. I understand that they're going to have to scale it back eventually and really start working on the third one whenever that's coming. But I want this for another year. The game is too hyped. The game is going too strongly. The community is just continuing to grow. Unlike the first one that people said, this is a great game. There's just no one to play it with. There are people to play with. Keep it going, Nintendo. Keep up the awesome work. Next, Retro. What are you working on? We want to know. It's been what? I feel like it's been like 10 years. It hasn't. They worked on Tropical Freeze, and then they did the port as well to Switch, so they've been busy, but I want to know what their big project is. And I don't think it's that Star Fox racing game that everyone's talking about. I think that may exist, but I don't think that's the big project that they have been working on, and I think they're gonna give it to us. I hope they're gonna. Okay, this is a big hope, not a think. This is just this would be awesome that we get Retro what they're working on, and it's some sort of action adventure game. It's some sort of 3D world, kind of like Donkey Kong 64 or like Banjo-Kazooie. Doesn't even have to be a platformer, but just something big. And all the details we get are like just very, very basic. Maybe title, maybe screenshot, like at the end of the Star Fox Racing segment or something like that. Like, hey, and we're already working on something else, and you're gonna love it. I think then Nintendo will remind us, well, not then, Nintendo will remind us about voice chat at least 5 times through the presentation, that you can voice chat on your Switch. I mean, not on your Switch. You can voice chat on the app. They're going to do it during the online segment. They're going to do it during every multiplayer game they bring. They're going to remind us that we can voice chat on our phones, to the point that we all want to boo at them almost. Just like, we know how to do it. We know we're not going to do it. We're going to use Discord. Thank you very much. We're also going to get a reminder and a little bit more details on Metroid Prime 4. I think this might be the 2019 thing. Not just a title, but we're going to get some vague cinematic scene. We're not going to get any gameplay. It's just this still exists. Go freak out about how great Samus looks. Hoorah. Obviously, it's E3. We have a bingo card. We got to have a free space. And that free space, because it's E3, is Half-Life 3 still does not exist. Next, I think we're getting an indie character in Smash. My vote's Shovel Knight 100%. I'm playing the game. I'm loving it. He's a great fit for Nintendo, I think. He's already got his whole line of amiibos. I want him. I want to play as Shovel Knight in Smash. And I think that Nintendo, if they're bringing an indie character, I think it's going to be Shovel Knight. Obviously, there's heavy rumors about the Spyro Reignited trilogy coming to Switch. It got announced, I think, on the UK website, the official Nintendo UK website. Oops. And I think the reason that they're waiting on it, that they didn't announce it with the other games, is because there's something special they want to do with it. Possibly they want to give Spyro a Smash introduction, and he's basically announced the games are coming, the Spyro games are coming, and Spyro's in Smash at the same time. We will also be getting a section dedicated to just Nindies. As per the norm, we're going to get some kind of obscure, some that people know, some that people don't know. They're coming to Switch. It'll be a great segment, but I won't have any sort of personal attachment to it because I don't know indie games until they come to Switch, and then I start hearing about them, and then I start playing them because I love my Switch. And I do love those indie games that we play. Next, I want to see a segment from the new president. I just want to see him even appear on the screen, give us a thank you, give us a this is where the direction of the company is going, show us that terrible, amazing haircut that you got with the part down the middle, and just give us your vision for the company. Tell us that you're excited about leading the company as much as we are seeing what the company does, basically, is what I want from the new president. I hope he's more kind of like a Wada, where he appears a little bit more. If not, it's okay. But I hope that he appears more in the coming future of Nintendo. I also think that we're going to get Breath of the Wild Link in Smash. At least I really want Breath of the Wild Link in Smash. I want him to have a whole new moveset. I want him to be able to use the Sheikah Slate to do all sorts of cool stuff. I want him to wear that champion shirt, champion's robe, whatever it's called in Zelda, in Breath of the Wild. And I think he's going to be different than the Link that's currently in Smash. Personally, I'd be fine if Link was replaced with Breath of the Wild Link, but people would cry foul, and you guys are probably just screaming at me right now for saying that. It's my personal opinion. You can have yours, and I also would love to have both Links in Smash. I main Link. I love playing as Link, but I wouldn't mind learning Breath of the Wild Link. Give us a trailer for him. I love the Smash character trailers. They are so cool. That Greninja and Charizard sequence back when Smash 4 was announced. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I hope they do some cool trailer like that for all these characters that are coming back or getting added in. I'm also going to skip one real quick, and on the same vein, I think in that same trailer, if we get that, we're also going to get Cappy and Mario as a combo character. They're going to be separate from Mario, and they're going to act kind of like Rosalina and Luma, but with less autonomy on Cappy's part and more just kind of throwing out. I don't know how they'll do the capture mechanic. Maybe in, like, if there's the story mode for Smash, if we get that story mode, that adventure mode, maybe you can interact with the environment or enemies. But in the multiplayer, you can't really capture too much. Maybe like a pause, like the character freezes for a little bit. I also don't think we're going to get a classic console. However much I would love the N64 Mini, I would probably buy 10 of them, no joke. I don't think we're going to get it this year. I think they're going to kind of re-release a few of the other ones, get a little more stock in there, get a little more positive just press on the classic consoles, and then next year we're going to get the announcement that the N64 Mini is coming out. And like a month later, we're going to get the announcement, and a month later, it's going to come out. It's going to be super, super quick. And I think they're going to skip the Game Boy Mini. Next, we're going to get a left field amiibo, meaning we're going to get an amiibo like the Dark Souls one. That's just like, wait, what? That's not supposed to be an amiibo. That's not supposed to be in the Nintendo line. That wouldn't even be the main thing that I represent the game with. But I don't know what it would be. I've been racking my brain. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think Nintendo's going to throw us an amiibo that we just have to have because of how obscure it is. We're also going to get plenty of reminders, probably just one in the presentation, but throughout the entire week for E3, we're going to get plenty of reminders that the Switch Online service is a thing. It's coming in September. You can still voice chat, and I hope that we get a few more, even just 1 or 2 more NES games, NES Online games that are announced. I think one of those will be Super Mario Bros. 2. I don't know how they can ignore it. I understand why they announced the first one and the third one, but they've got 10 more games coming. The NES library is big, but at least to me as a non-nostalgia NES fan, meaning that I didn't grow up with the NES, there's like only 20 games that I would actually want to play on that console, and Super Mario Bros. 2 is one of them. Next, these are the big 3. These are my last big 3 points that I really want to see. I actually think Paper Mario was leaked, like rumored to have been leaked before, but Paper Mario on Switch, I want it to come. I want it to come, and I want it to be just like Paper Mario 64 or Thousand Year Door. I don't think it's going to be. I think they're going to try to thread the line in the middle. I think they're going to show us the old. They're going to show us maybe, and I don't know the difference. I haven't played the new ones. I just know they're terrible. According to people that love the series, they're actually decent games, but when you're not amazing and you're used to amazing, they're terrible. Sorry. I think we are getting Paper Mario Switch though. I think it's going to be Nintendo's like big surprise for the show. Like, it's just a small thing. It's coming. Look forward to it. It might be one of the 2019 things that I talked about. But it also might come this year. New studio, I'm guessing they're not going to use the old one. And I think overall, it's going to be met with okay reviews. It's going to be met with okay response, maybe a 7.5 and 8. Good game, but they're still going to try to cater towards the new fans and the old too much. Going back to the very beginning when I talked about how Nintendo is still, I think, a little too caught in the middle between casual and core. And if they focus on core, recognizing that core players can play casual games, and core players are what bring casual players over, instead of trying to make casual gamers out of casual people, make core gamers out of casual people kind of thing. And sorry, that's just a side note on Nintendo that I just hope they give us more games like Breath of the Wild. Please, do awesome games and I will play your console. I'll play it otherwise, but I'm kind of a Nintendo freak. Next, the big one. I think we're getting a new Zelda on 2019. I sure hope we're getting a new Zelda 2019. I think it's going to be just like Majora's Mask, where we had Ocarina of Time. They used the same engine, the same graphics, same console to give us Majora's Mask. Different story, different Link, depending on which theory you abide by. Maybe same Link, maybe not. Regardless, though, little different world, definitely different new mechanics and stuff. But the engine, the graphics, the overall systems of the game are the same. And that's what I think we're getting in 2019. It's going to look just like Breath of the Wild. It's going to play very similar, but it's going to be a different game. And that would be awesome. To play Zelda DLC, and then a new Zelda. And if that's the formula they follow, oh my gosh, I would be such a happy Tubbs. I would be such a happy Tubbs. I don't know if they'll do it forever, but I really hope they do it this year. I really hope they say, hey, Zelda's one of our biggest franchises. We're trying to cater towards those core gamers. We want to still give them what they want. The ones that have stuck around are the ones that are huge Nintendo fans. And we're getting new ones, and they want to play a lot of games, and they're used to games coming out faster. This is a way that we can still produce amazing, super, super, super high-quality content quicker. Because they basically could, take half their studio in 2016, finish up Breath of the Wild as you needed to. That other half starts working on the new game because the engine and the graphics and all the basic systems are done, and then the rest of the team joins. It works out too well. And I want to see it happen. And finally, I think those rumors for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are true. In terms of the titles and the domain names, I don't know how you can ignore that. I think we are getting games called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And I think Nintendo's going to screw everything up. I think this is going to be the big area the Pokemon Company is not willing to admit that they need to cater towards the core gamers more. They're going to throw us a few bones for what we may want. But I think the majority of it, the fact that it potentially is going to have integration with Pokemon Go, are going to play like Pokemon Go, that terrifies me. I sure hope that if we get these, and these are exactly like what the rumors say, where they raise the accessibility even more beyond the broken XP share, beyond how easy Sun and Moon are, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are, if they make it even more accessible, that's gonna be rough. I will probably buy them. I'll buy one. I'll play it. But if you're gonna charge me $60 for a game like that on Switch, oh boy. Now, if they charge us $40, it's advertised as a smaller game, couples with Pokemon Go, and we're still getting a core reboot of the series. Bring it. That is awesome. Give me another game that's maybe a little more similar to the main series called Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. It's more story heavy. It's more about that story. The competitive scene maybe doesn't even pick up this game because there really isn't a competitive scene for it. And then we get a reboot of Red and Blue later that this maybe sets up or builds upon, or this gives the anime more time to finish. Awesome. Because you guys have heard me say this on Twitch, on stream before. I want a reboot of Red and Blue. And I want a reboot of Red and Blue that caters towards the hardcore fans, that's open world like Zelda, where you can go everywhere and do whatever you want. That's a huge dream. And it's a fear that we're not even going to get anything close to that. That we're going to go in the opposite direction. That we're going to get the reboot, and it's going to be Red and Blue. And the game's going to be for 3 to 10-year-olds. And it's not going to be really fun for those who are core fans of the series. If you produce an easy game that's fun, awesome. But you've been producing easy games that are fun. Give us something new. Please. Please, Nintendo. Please, Game Freak. Give us something new. Well, there you guys go. Those are my hopes, fears, and predictions for E3 2018. And I cannot tell you how ridiculously stoked out of my mind I am for E3 to share it with you guys this year. We will be live on Tuesday, May 26th with the live stream for E3, and I cannot wait. Come join us. Let's play some bingo. Let's have some fun. Everyone have a wonder-filled day. And as always, stay charged.